Good evening. My name is Jeremiah Murray, and today I would like to talk to you all about cinematography. Now, how much do you all know about cinematography already?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No.
Well, that's fine. Cinematography, in a few words, is just the way that you show people the action in a film. It's not simply just recording it, it's how you show it, how you do record it. So first of all, it's basically how the filmmakers communicate with the audience using visuals. This means that cinematography is more than just the operation of a camera. It's the directing, the lighting, the special effects, etc.
Okay.
So, do you all have any favorite movies?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, there,
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. Do you know anything about the cinematography in the Fast and the Furious?
No, I don't.
You don't. Well, that's great. In short, cinematography can aid in the storytelling and the audience comprehension of a film, and is just as important to the film as scripting, characters, acting, editing, directing, etc. Exceptional cinematography can be a major aid to storytelling. Now, do any of you know about framing or balance?
No.
Cool. Well, basically, there are rules to cinematography that you have to follow. And one of the major ones is balance. Balance, in short, is visual weight. Visual weight means that when you frame a frame or a scene, it's even on all sides. Like there isn't one side that's too empty, there isn't one side that's too busy. So that's how balance works.
Okay.
And it has to work in the context of the film. So maybe the scene might be cluttered, maybe the scene is supposed to be empty, but it's supposed to look good when you do it that way.
Okay.
One of the rules you follow in doing this is called the rule of thirds. It means that in a frame, 1/3 of the space is taken up by the subject, and the other 2/3 is taken up by whatever you want it to be, in order to fill up that balance.
Okay.
So, do you know how cinematography can be used to aid in storytelling?
How?
That's fine. We're here to learn. I'll start off by using an example. Have any of you all heard the film The King's Speech? It won an Oscar a few years back. The cinematography in that film aids with the storytelling greatly. For starters, the way they frame scenes, such as the faces being on the wrong side of the screen, or the backgrounds taking up major portions of the screen, it all conveys the main character's discomfort, and in turn, it conveys that discomfort to the audience. Therefore, it aids in the storytelling. Well, think of the last superhero movie you saw. You've seen a lot of superhero movies, right?
Yes.
The cinematography in those can be used to convey a grand sense of epicness and scale. For example, the cinematography in Zack Snyder's Man of Steel easily depicts a larger-than-life superhero origin story. The dim colors and environments mixing with the dark hues and the earth tones do greatly to convey the film's sense of hope.
Okay.
So I'm sure you all know about tone, mood, those words when talking about film and storytelling. Do you know what a tone of a film is?
No.
Well, the tone is simply what the mood of that film is, what emotions the film is trying to convey to you. So a tone can be happy, it can be dark, it can be sad.
Action? Is that
Action.
considered
Action
a song?
is a genre, but
Okay.
the tone of an action could be dark, it could be funny, it could be high energy. So basically, the cinematography can help convey these things too. And two major things that can help convey these things are called lighting and shadows. Now, lighting is one of the most important aspects of cinematography. How a shot is lit can convey many things in a frame. For example, one single hard light source can produce very dark, sharp shadows that give genres like westerns their harder and gritty look.
Okay.
And maybe multiple light sources can produce softer shadows, and that's typically used when it's not as much of a serious tone going on.
Okay.
So speaking of shadows, they can be one of the greatest factors in determining the mood and tone of a scene. For example, soft shadows can depict a brighter tone, jovial, humorous, while the dark shadows can depict a darker tone or grittier tone, such as a horror movie or a Western movie, some
Okay.
action movies.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially, people just like good visuals. Like when you see a movie, you want it to look good. Have you ever seen a movie that didn't look all that great to you?
Yes.
Any examples?
King Kong.
King Kong. You sure about that? Cinematography in that one was great, but
Oh, okay.
basically,
What would be, give us an example?
an example of what?
A movie that doesn't have good visual.
A movie that doesn't have good visuals can be anything like maybe the Resident Evil films. They're too dark and
Oh, that, okay,
the tones don't mix up well.
okay.
So basically, cinematography is basically just as important as acting, script, a director. And you need a good director of photography. That's who's in charge of the cinematography to accomplish these things.
Okay.
So to conclude, cinematography is one of the most important aspects of filmmaking. It can, it's basically the backbone of a film's visual nature. Movies are a visual medium, right? It's not like reading a book where you imagine everything. The filmmakers have to show you what's going on and do so in a way that looks good and aids the story. So I'll leave you all with this. Do you know a little bit more about cinematography than you did before?
Yes.
Yeah, that is wonderful. My name is Jeremiah Murray. Thank you for your time.